Hi, this is Yolanda Vanveen from vanveenbulbs.com, and in this segment we're going to talk about how to thin out irises. Now if you have a clump of irises and it's been there a while, you know how invasive and crowded they can get. And I just planted these irises out a couple years ago and now they've just kind of multiplied and multiplied. So it's time for me to thin them out and sell some of them. So my rule of thumb when thinning any type of bulbs out is you can try to get into the middle and thin it out that way, or work from the outside in. I found that working from the outside in is a little bit easier, and it just takes a lot of patience and a lot of work. So a rule of thumb too, in the middle of summer the ground is really hard, so if it's really hard to get into the ground, soak it with water first. Just run the hose for hours so that the ground is really wet, because if you can't dig in there, it's hard as a rock, you're not going to be able to get in there. You can use a pitchfork or you can use a shovel, pretty much anything. And I found too, if you can get into the ground right in the middle of it too, you don't have to dig out the whole thing. You can just take clumps of it out as you go. Okay, now I've got this nice set of roots and you can divide it back out. I like to cut the greens right away too, because that way it's easier when you turn around and plant it. Plants and irises love to grow new roots. So I can just create my own mulch here and just cut off all the foliage, and I've got a nice clump, and I can turn around and just separate those back out, and I can sell those plants separately, and someone's going to really enjoy those in their garden next year. And I'm just going to keep taking clumps out a little bit at a time, and before long it'll be thinned out and I'll have bulbs to sell and bulbs to leave in the ground so that they can multiply and I can dig them out again next summer.